Hey you guys, it's Bunny from WeAreWordNerds.com. I'm back, and this time it's with a DVD shelf tour. So for those of you that don't follow me on social media, you are not aware of my obsession with playing them on the website TV Tag. I can't seem to watch a TV show or a movie without logging in on there. I love it. I'm not even ashamed to say it. I love TV Tag. But the people that I do talk to on there also talk to me on Twitter, and I've had a few people request I do a DVD shelf tour. I thought I would do that for you guys. It shouldn't take very long. I don't have a whole lot of DVDs. The ones that I buy because I actually love the movie. So I'm just going to go through my DVD shelf with you. I'm one of those rare people that have not upgraded to Blu-ray yet. So these are just DVDs. They're not Blu-rays. It's not a whole lot. So I'm just going to go through them, and I'm not going to take the time to tell you about every movie, but if it's something I really think you should know, then I'll mention it. So let's just get started. On the top of my DVD rack are the DVDs that we just bought. I'm anal and like to keep my stuff alphabetized. I have not worked these into the shelf yet because it's actually going to be more DVDs than the shelf can hold, and so I've just not bothered with it. But once I do, these will all be alphabetized in. So the first few DVDs are going to be out of order, but they are DVDs that we just purchased, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. We went to Sam Goody, which is a DVD and music store. If you don't have one in your area, they sell new and used movies. They were having a big sale where if you picked like 2 movies out of their bargain bin that were $3.99, they'd let you have them both for $6. So you save like $2, and then if you ended up buying like 4 more movies, you got an additional 25% off or something crazy. So I think we got 14 movies, and we spent, I want to say, like $54. It was more than I intended to spend when I walked in, but you can't really pass up a good deal like that when you walk in and there's a big sale. You just can't walk away, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to show you some of the movies that we grabbed. So these are the movies that sit on the top of the DVD rack for right now. We got a Bruce Willis 3-pack, and this is The Fifth Element, which I absolutely love. Tears of the Sun, which I absolutely did not. And probably one of my favorite cheesy movies of all time, Hudson Hawk. We picked up Fantastic Four: The Silver Surfer after having a 15-minute conversation on whether or not we already own Fantastic Four. I kept saying we did, Jesse kept saying we did not, and I was bound to prove him wrong. So I went ahead and bought Fantastic Four: The Silver Surfer, and we got home and we do not have Fantastic Four. So I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying that on video, but let's just say there's another DVD that needs to be purchased now. This is another triple pack. It's 3 action movies. It's The Last Boy Scout, which if you have not watched is actually pretty freaking amazing. Dead Bang with Don Johnson, not so much amazing. And Action Jackson, which is probably one of the best 80s movies out there. The next DVD we grabbed was a double feature. It has Stephen King's Christine on it and Darkness Falls. Jesse picked up The Knockaround Guys. It's got Vin Diesel in it. He has a thing for Vin Diesel and Jason Statham. I think he has, what's it called? A bromance? A bro crush? Man crush? Jesse picked up The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I have this book. I have not read this series yet, so I don't want to watch the movie. We picked up a 4-pack. It's the first 4 Superman movies. I grabbed Harry Potter. Another 2-pack. This is Dracula and Frankenstein. I picked up Zombieland because the kids love it, and it's Woody Harrelson. Come on now. The Never-Ending Story. I can't believe I didn't already have a copy of this, and it's been rumored that they're going to do a remake, so I figured I better grab this while I could, because I'm sure the remake is going to suck. If you have not seen this, this is probably one of the best childhood movies to come out of the 80s. This and Goonies. You got to pick them up, you guys. Jesse grabbed Beer Fest. I have no idea what this is, but around here they celebrate something called Man Love Thursday, where all the guys get together on Thursday and have burgers and just kind of shoot the shit. And he wanted them to watch this on the next Man Love Thursday, so I guess I won't be watching it. This is a Wes Craven 2-pack. It has got Cursed, which has got the kid from Dawson's Creek on it, and the Mighty Ducks, and it has They. And then the last 2-pack we picked up was The Grudge and Grudge 2, and Jesse kept putting it back down. I kept making him pick it back up. He didn't want it. He hates these movies, and I actually thought Grudge was pretty good. The movie was not that good, but the jump scares within the movie were pretty on for me. I liked it. Okay, that's it for the new stuff. So now we're going to go through alphabetically. There is actually a section on my shelf that's just children's movies, and I'm not going to show those because most of those don't have the case anymore if they've been scribbled all over with marker or whatever. So I'm just going to skip the kid movies and we'll go through the others. Ready? 310 to Yuma. It's like a modern western. It's got Russell Crowe in it. We actually have 2 copies of 300. 47 Ronin, the movie I can't decide if I love or hate. I keep watching it, trying to figure out if I like it or I don't like it. I like the samurai stuff that goes on in it. I don't really like the story, the fantasy aspect of it and all of that, but I keep watching it and I bought it, so I mean, I guess I like it. I don't know. And then the movie that we keep buying and buying because it keeps getting broke and keeps getting broke, 8 Crazy Nights. The kids wore this out when they were kids, and I have to admit, I love this movie. Abduction with Taylor Lautner. I was surprised how good this movie actually was. Good action movie. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. This was one of my favorite reads like 2 years ago. It was on my top 10 books I read list. I love the book. I love the movie. I know a lot of people talk about how cheesy it is, but I just think it's awesome. The Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon, American Pie 2, Animal House, Antitrust, and Avatar. Boondock Saints. If you have not seen this movie, we cannot be friends. You should just unfriend me on Facebook and stop following me on Twitter right now. No, I'm kidding, but you should really watch it. Lots of action. The story is great. Willem Dafoe in this movie is great, and if you like The Walking Dead, which means you like Norman Reedus, I don't need to say anything else about this movie. Beautiful Creatures, yes, it's based on those books. Being Human, series 1 and 2, this is the box set. This is the UK version, not the US version. This is so much better than what our Sci-Fi Channel is making. Unfortunately, I ordered these not thinking about the region codes, and they do not work in my DVD player, so I am so sad. Bad Boys 2, and the Back to the Future trilogy. Conan the Barbarian, this is the remake, not the old one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Constantine, another one of my favorite movies of ever. The Count of Monte Cristo, another one of my favorite movies of ever. Excuse me, we've come to purchase your lovely home. It's excellent, and this is based on the book by Dumas, Alexander Dumas. So get the book, watch the movie. Yeah. Awesome. Chronicle, I have no idea why I bought this movie. I think it was on sale for like $3, and at the time that was actually cheaper than renting it, so I bought it. The Dark Crystal, this is another one of my favorite childhood movies. You guys, if you have not watched this movie, you have to get it. It's amazing. You will love it. You will cry. You will want a fizz gig of your very own. I'm not even kidding. Dark Shadows, this is based on a television series and a book. The television series I think was in the 70s. The book series I think was in the 80s. And then Johnny Depp gave it to us in the 2000s. Definitely, maybe, I have no idea what this movie is. It's one of Jesse's. I have not watched it. I don't like romance, so he keeps trying to get me to watch it, and I keep finding other stuff for us to watch. Despicable Me 2. I have no idea where Despicable Me has walked off to. I'd say it's in one of the kids' rooms. But if you haven't seen these movies, they're awesome. They're so cute. And Dylan Dog, another one of my cheesy movies I love that I'm ashamed to tell anybody. This movie has everything in it, you guys. Vampires, zombies, werewolves. You just gotta watch it. Sean Connery in Finding Forrester. Fight Club. A Few Good Men. This is a very good movie. Fear of the Dark. Not such a good movie. Aragon, yes, the movie based on the books. A lot of people said this movie sucked, and I thought it sucked as far as I felt like they should have invested a little bit more in the effects and things. The book series, the first book in the series at least, was amazing. The second book kind of teetered off for me a little bit, and I didn't read the third book, but I really had high expectations when I went to see the movie, and this is one of the movies that I went with my husband at the time. And all through the movie, when anytime something was different than the book, I would say, well, that's not how it happened in the book. And I guess I got bad enough because people around us started shushing me at one point. So the same thing happened in Lord of the Rings. I it does not pay for me to go see a movie if I've read the books. It just doesn't. Enough with J-Lo. This is actually not a bad movie. This is about a woman and she escapes from her abusive husband and all that kind of mess. It's actually really good. Ender's Game. We just bought this a couple of weeks ago. We kept going to go see it at the movies and we missed it, and then it came out on DVD and we were going to rent it, and by the time we finally got around to renting it, they were selling it off, so I just went ahead and bought it. Next up we have Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. The Grey with Liam Neeson. This movie made me cry so hard. I bought it used. I got it for 99 cents. I waited to watch it until I could buy it out of the used bin at the video store. They didn't have any covers left at the time. I wish I had the jacket that went with it, but you guys, it is very dramatic and suspenseful, and I know a lot of people didn't like it because they felt like enough stuff didn't happen. I heard a lot of people say they felt like the movie dragged out, but I think they did that for a reason. You needed to feel the isolation of these people after their plane crashed in the woods, and I don't know, I just think this is amazing, and I can't, look, I'm tearing up a little bit. I can't watch it without crying. So if you're looking for some drama and some slow-paced thriller movie, which is kind of, how does that work? You should just watch it. Just trust me. Hancock with Will Smith. I love Jason Bateman. I didn't buy this for Will Smith. I bought this for Jason Bateman. Hansel and Gretel, one of my favorite movies over the last couple of years. I can't tell you how many times I have watched this movie. There's been a few days where I just turned it on to have it as background noise. Love, love. And then I have Hellboy, the Collector's Edition. Another one. I feel like I keep saying these are one of my favorite movies, but Hellboy is one of my favorite movies. There were a couple of years I even dressed up as Hellboy for Halloween. Yes, as an adult. I just feel like Ron Perlman was born for this role. He was perfect. There's no one else I can imagine playing Hellboy. It was excellent. And of course I have Hellboy 2. You know what? I love it. I don't love it as much as I liked the first one, but it's Hellboy, you guys. High Crimes with Ashley Judd. This is a very suspenseful kind of murder mystery type movie. It's excellent if you're into thrillers and mysteries. Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, which I started watching and turned it off and started watching and turned it off. I've still not watched it all the way through. In Time with Justin Timberlake. I was sure I would love it. Watched it once. I have not watched it again. So, The Incredible Mrs. Ritchie. This is one of Jesse's movies. I have no idea what it is, but he keeps telling me I'm going to watch it. Inglourious Bastard. Another one of Jesse's movies. I'm not going to watch it. I started watching it and I ended up reading a book or something. I just tuned it out. The Immortals. Jesse really likes this movie. I just thought it was a cheap kind of takeoff of the 300. I Am Number 4. Love. Based on the book series. Love the book series. So I'm glad they did it justice in the movie. I have not heard any rumors about them making any more of the movies, but I hope they do. I hope they put all the books into the movies. How to Train Your Dragon. This is on another one on my favorite movies list. We love these movies. We love the TV show when it was on. All the little extra stuff that you see around the TV commercials. I can't get enough of Hiccup. I just think he's awesome. Limitless with Bradley Cooper. Was not a fan. Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Gaul. I have this also in audiobook, so I heard the audiobook before I watched the movie. I watched the movie when I was visiting my dad in Chicago, loved it, came home and bought it on DVD. Lawless with Tom Hardy, the movie that made me fall in love with Tom Hardy, and I think he maybe has like 4 lines in the movie. He hardly speaks, but whew, that man is, whew. You should watch it. It's good. The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. I'm not really a Tom Cruise fan. I'll be the first one to admit it. But this movie is amazing. It's really long. You have to sit through so much, like, I don't know. It just takes forever. But you don't really get bored. Well, I mean, you do. But, like, right when you start thinking you might be getting bored, something happens that draws your attention back into the movie. It's historical fiction and I don't know. I just thought it was amazing. This is the 3rd copy of the DVD that I've bought. This is one that I will be rebuying when we switch over to a DVD player. It's just such a good film. The director's cut of The Last of the Mohicans. Most of the people that are subscribed to my channel are young. You've probably never even heard of this before, but if you like historical fiction, You should watch it. It is so good. Probably my #1 movie I'm ashamed to tell people I absolutely love, Lake Placid. And I have watched this thing so many times. I can put it in the DVD player and close my eyes and do the lines with the movie. That's how many times I've watched it. I don't know why I like it. I just do. The Last Ride. And my Lord of the Rings box set, which is The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. And then Kill Bill. I don't like these movies either. I think something might be wrong with me. I figured I would because, you know, samurai swords and badass chicks and all that. But I just wasn't feeling it. I tried to watch this and Pulp Fiction in the same day, and I didn't like either one of them, and it blew my mind that everyone just thought they were amazing. Ninja Assassin, World's Natural Disasters. If you guys know Jesse at all, you know he is obsessed with weather. He watches Weather Channel like most people watch, you know, Friday night television, so he picked this up because it was $3. Another 2-pack, we got Nanny McPhee and then Nanny McPhee Returns. Mortal Instruments, this is the City of Bones movie. I thought they did an excellent job of capturing the essence of the books. I do hope they're going to make the rest of the series into movies because I'll definitely buy them. Mr. Popper's Penguins, this movie made me cry. Men of Honor, this movie also made me cry, but for entirely different reasons. Man on Fire, I'm ashamed to say, I'm going to catch a lot of hate for admitting it. I am just not a Denzel Washington fan. I have not liked any of the characters that he's played. I feel like the tone of his voice and such in all of his characters is the same character. The only one that he played different was the movie that he was with Angelina Jolie, and he was bedridden. What was the movie? A Bone Collector. I thought he was good in that, but in all the other movies that he's played, I've just not believed his characters at all. I don't know. I have some serious dislike for this guy. Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, one of my favorite movies of last year, Odd Thomas, also based on a series of books, which I have not got to read yet because I only have like book 4 and book 7 or something. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean, At World's End. We are huge fans of this series. Last year, my daughter realized that Captain Jack Sparrow did not play Johnny Depp on all the interview shows. When she figured out it was the flipped way around, I think she was crushed a little bit, convinced, you know. And when she was, my daughter, we have like random epiphany moments with her. There was the day with her we were driving down the car and she said, "Mom, if buffaloes don't have wings, where do buffalo wings come from?" You know, she has those epiphany moments. Well, we had another epiphany, and it's when she realized that Jack Sparrow was not pretending to be Johnny Depp. The Punisher, Pitch Black, another Bruce Willis movie. This is Red. Jesse absolutely loves this movie. I thought it was okay. I don't think it's amazing, but he loves it. Revenge of the Nerds 2 and 3. Resident Evil Extinction. The Replacement Killers. Priest, which is based on a series of graphic novels. The movie was amazing. The graphic novels are cool. If you've not watched this, you should totally check it out. Plus, Paul Bettany. Come on, you guys. Porky's, because you can't enjoy American Pie until you've watched Porky's. It seems like every generation has its own version of the Porky's movie. Police Academy and The Chronicles of Riddick, and that should actually be with Pitch Black. I don't know why it's not. Okay, we're almost done, you guys, on the bottom shelf now, but I am only going to show you about half these movies because the majority of them are kids' movies. So I'll start it off with Sherlock Holmes, The Game of Shadows, and Sherlock Holmes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Safe House, Season of the Witch, Space Cowboys, another one of my favorite movies of all time, The Spiderwick Chronicles, The Simpsons movie, Stargate, the Star Trek movie. I guess it's a remake. Is it a remake? I don't think it's considered a remake, but this is the Star Trek movie, the new version. And then its sequel, Star Trek Into Darkness. Love these, you guys. And because I can't say Star Trek without saying Star Wars, we have our Star Wars collection, which is the trilogy here, and then the newer ones here, 1, 2, and 3. The Thomas Crown Affair, Ronald Reagan, and This Is the Army. Tombstone, the movie I kept accidentally buying, and at one point I think I had 4 copies of. Transformers, Underworld, and if these are in alphabetical order, that means one of my Transformers movies is missing. Underworld Evolution, Unknown, We Own the Night with Joaquin Phoenix, the X-Men box set. This is 1, 2, and Last Stand. So that's it, you guys. That was a quick tour of my DVD shelf. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot of DVDs. I hope this was entertaining. If you'd like to see more stuff about movies or more TV talk, please comment down below and let me know. A couple of people have asked me to start like doing recaps of what I watched on the week and all of that, and it's an idea I'm kind of rolling around in my head. So just let me know down below what kind of videos interest you, and if you've seen any of these movies, or if there's a movie that you think I should really have that I don't, really comment that down below. But make sure you tell me why, because I'm not just gonna go buy it just because you give me the name. You got to tell me why I should go buy it. So yeah, that's it, you guys. As always, thanks for watching. See ya.